In this video, I'm going to talk to you about Vexels, and there's two reasons for this. Reason number one is I've been using Vexels for probably the best part of 2 years now, and I really love their graphics, their features, their tools that they have on their website. I use Vexels on nearly a daily basis. And the second reason is Vexels actually has a special sale at the moment. Now, these don't come around too often with Vexels. The sale ends on the 12th, so it's not on for very long. So if you've ever thought about using Vexels, do take advantage of it, or even if you are using them, it is a good idea to look into the lifetime deals. And if you've got an annual subscription going, for example, then they will say you've had it for 6 months, they will refund you half a year's worth of your annual subscription, so it doesn't even feel like you've spent that much money in a sense, and you never have to pay them again, and you can use their graphics and their tools for your lifetime, which is amazing. So in this video, I'm going to go over how to look through their graphics library, what the different sort of graphics are that you can use, and why they're so valuable, why their quality is so good. Then I'm also going to show you their Mockup generator, which I love to use all the time for my thumbnails and for my Etsy shops. Thirdly, there is also a t-shirt design builder that I'm quickly going to show you, so that if you don't have something like Adobe Illustrator or Canva, if you don't have a subscription to those services, then Vexels can help you out with that as well. So really happy to share this tool with you because I love Vexels, and yeah, let's get started with the video. So here we are on the Vexels homepage. I will have a link down below in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. And obviously there's tons and tons of ways that you can go about using this site or browsing it. I'm just going to give you a few suggestions so you can find what works best for you. I typically just use the search mask at the top, and if I want to enter a niche or if I need a graphic for a certain design, I just type it in up here. For example, if I type in unicorn, then Vexels will bring back all of the results for that niche. One thing with unicorns is the graphics that are selling well on merch, for example, they always look really high quality, so it's really hard to compete with. However, Vexels, as you can see if I scroll down a bit, has an abundance of really nice looking graphics that just really fit that theme of best-selling t-shirt designs. And one thing that's also really cool about the service is that you can use these graphics as they are. You don't have to add anything to it like text or change the design around. This one, for example, looks really cool, sort of unicorn witch themed with the Halloween graphics as well, which would work really well on its own for Halloween, obviously. And yes, it may give you an advantage if you add text to this or change it around a little bit, but I've done this before where I just downloaded some Vexels graphic that I thought looked really nice. I uploaded them to multiple marketplaces as they are, and I've gotten sales of them. So it's definitely something that you can do to save time. And the nice thing that you definitely notice on this website is that the quality of graphics is really up there. And the reason for that is that Vexels is actually a team of professional graphic designers. It is not an open source platform where sort of everyone can sell their graphics. It is a closed off team that keeps up the standard really high. And that's why I really love their website, is because you can always be sure to find high quality graphics here. Another way that I've used them in the past is by just typing in pattern and then just downloading a ton of these patterns right here, and using upload automation. I used Flang Upload to publish these to Society 6, for example, because Society 6 is known for patterns doing really well on there, and that's why I thought, well, I'll just use some of these preset ones on Vexels, upload them, see what happens. And I did get quite a few sales of these patterns, which is good because pattern designs are often on products with higher profit margins. So for example, I've sold some shower curtains before, and shower curtains on Society 6 cost like $100, so in the end you might get like a $10-15 royalty off just one sale. So these pattern designs are definitely very useful, not just for selling them on their own, but you could use these leopard prints to create leopard print rainbows, or just overlay them onto some silhouettes as well. Speaking of silhouettes, that is another way that I've used Vexels a ton in the past. So silhouette set, if you type this in, I still do this all the time. I just download some silhouette sets. I use them sort of overlaid onto a vintage sunset, because we know vintage sunsets sell really well on pretty much any print-on-demand marketplace. For example, if you wanted to enter spearfishing, there's this set right here. I've used this in the past. Just put these onto some different vintage sunsets, or create create other unique designs with them, and they have so many different options. Sometimes you just find new niches by scrolling through this, and yeah, I think you get the idea. If I just put silhouette, we get some different results as well. You get mountains, we've got quad bike right here. I've never thought of that niche. That might be a bit of a smaller niche to try and look into. We've got darts, that's a good one. Lots of different dog silhouettes. So just downloading one of these bigger sets could enable you to create hundreds of designs. The other options that you have to look through these graphics is up here in the toolbar. So if you head to graphics, you can look through print ready files that are obviously ready for upload. You don't have to make changes. Or if you click on PNG and SVG, you get more of the clip art section of sort of elements that you can use within your designs. PSD t-shirts, this one's quite interesting because if you click on that, you will get PSD templates, meaning Photoshop templates like these ones right here, where you can literally just download this. You can change the text to whatever text you want, and it will apply that template to your text. So if you wanted to create a nice vintage design like this for your niche, just change the text around, put a funny phrase in there, and yeah, it saves you tons of time. I've used that in the past as well, very handy if you have Photoshop. One more quick tip: if you can't find designs, say if there's a new niche out there that's just started trending and there's no results when you type something into Vexels, you can actually use, if you subscribe to them, their design requests service. Now the way this works is it's really cool. I've just submitted to recently. Basically you tell Vexels, I want this design, I want a graphic of this and that, and I want it to say this certain text. And then one of their professional graphic designers will go ahead and create that design for you. Because how many times have you thought, oh, I'd really like to enter this niche, or I'd really try to cross niche these two topics, but my graphic design skills just aren't good enough. I have used this service so many times. I'll show you an example of axolotl. When this niche initially started gaining traction, I thought, why not try and cross niche this axolotl animal with unicorns? Because we know that that's a proven strategy that works, cross niching popular topics with unicorns or dinosaurs, just stuff like that. So I submitted a request, and within like a week or two, they had this design back for me. As you can see, they don't cheap out on the graphics for the design submissions. And yeah, I was basically able to use that graphic first and get it out there uploaded before everyone else had access to it. So really handy service that I've used plenty of times in the past. Another way you can browse the website is by hovering over products, because besides t-shirt designs, you could, for example, also look through KDP designs, where they have different covers and interiors, which is really handy if you focus a lot on Kindle Direct Publishing. Besides KDP designs, we also have the different merch products like phone cases, pillowcases, tote bags. Let's just take a look at pillows, for example. As we can see, you get the mock-ups here as well, so you can see what the design looks like on the pillow once it is uploaded. And lastly, you can also browse by different themes. So one that I like to use is browse by niche, and if you click on that, scroll down a bit, you get different niche topics. It also tells you how many designs Vexels has on offer for these niches. We've got piano there, hockey. It's just a really long list of different niches, and you could sometimes just find new niche ideas by basically scrolling through this, and you have access to the graphics straight away if you found a new niche this way. And yeah, I mean, there is other options. I can't cover everything. But the other thing I wanted to show you as well is the mockup generator, because I think it is one of the best mockup generators out there. I've used it, as I said, tons of times in the past. I use it in most of my thumbnails that you see on YouTube. I use it in a lot of my Etsy shops. You could use it for digital downloads as well. And basically, you just want to go to browse categories once you've opened this up, and you can see there's mostly merch designs. You also get branding elements, devices, which is like you get phone covers in there. Food and drink has mugs, signs and billboards, that's more for logo design. There's posters in here as well, so if you want to sell posters on Etsy, or you want to use these for your digital downloads business, then that section is really handy for that. And seasonal obviously has themed ones, so Halloween is coming up, and the way to use them is extremely easy. You just click on the one that you want to use, you upload your design file, you can change the shirt color as well if you want to, you even get the Merch by Amazon preset colors down here. You also can apply effects, which I never really use, but the option is there. And in some of these mockups, you can even change the background scenery or the background color in some cases, which It's really handy to create unique mock-ups really quickly. The abundance of them is really what I like, because you have models, you have just standalone t-shirts, you have themed scenery like we saw Halloween, 4th of July, Christmas. It's really, there's something there for every occasion. There's different age groups of people, there's children for mock-ups. Yeah, really nice, and the quality of them looks really realistic in my opinion. It doesn't really look much like a mock-up, it looks like a professional photo shoot has happened. That's why I love their mock-up generator, and I think it can benefit you as well. And lastly, I'm going to quickly show you the t-shirt design builder or t-shirt maker, which is over here in the tools section. So click on that. If you don't have a t-shirt design tool, at least not paid for one, then this one can definitely help you up your t-shirt designs and just create nicer, higher quality ones. You get access obviously to all of the graphics right here, so you could search for something and quickly access different files. You've got a Halloween themed one here, for example, which is really nice. You can change the color theme of these, so you can see the different colors used in the design. But if you didn't like one of the colors, you could just click on it and change it slightly. As you can see, the skull up here has just changed color. You can also have different options up here for color themes, templates, so you could click on any of these templates and just change the text around, and it applies the same text effect. You can add text yourself, obviously. Let me just add a bit of text right here, change that to something that actually suits the design. So since that's cat themed, maybe we put meow-ween. Does that make sense? Kind of does. And then I could change this to an orange color, or actually what you can do is you can add a shadow or different text effects over here. I'll just show you the shadow as an example. Change the background of the shadow to orange. Then you also get the option to add different text effects like these ones right here. So we know that these sort of curved text do look really nice. I like to use that effect a lot in Illustrator. I don't use this tool myself, but I wanted to show you some of the possibilities. You can also upload your own files and images, and you can save designs for the future. You have a layers panel even to move different layers around. If you want to place the text underneath the graphic like that. So really nice tool for people that don't want to pay out for Adobe Illustrator, for example, which is quite expensive. So you can have it included with your graphics service right here with Vexels. So there we have just a few features that I wanted to show you. There's obviously more, but I don't want this video to go on forever. One thing that some people of you might like is the Merge Digest, which is a monthly sort of newsletter that shows you niches to design for in the future and gives you lots of tips for print on demand. I don't like to read, so I don't really use that feature, but I do know Merge Digest can definitely help you out if you do like reading that sort of information. If we look at the pricing, I don't think the discount has gone live at the time of me recording this video, so you still see the more expensive pricing, but when this uploads, you should now, if you click on the link and check the pricing out, you should see the discounted rate until the 12th of August. So usually it's $260 for an annual Merge subscription. The Merge Plus gives you more downloads and more design requests. You don't necessarily need that. I don't really run out of my monthly downloads very often. Yeah, Merge Ultimate I don't think applies to most of us. You get so many downloads, it's crazy really. So if you want to go annual, that's the options there. Monthly obviously costs a bit more, but the lifetime subscription, if you've tested Vexels out, I would recommend just testing it out for a bit, and you think that this is something you'll use for a longer time, or you want to use for longer, then the lifetime deals are definitely worth it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that if you do try out Vexels, that you like their service as much as I do. If you're a print-on-demand seller who's looking to increase their sales, then I recommend that you check out this video next, where I share 8 tips with you of how to get to $100 per day.